This is actually crazy. We're on the last two episodes of Fellow Travelers, and I'm gonna be finishing this in the next episode. Not sure what to expect. However, I'm really thankful for everybody who's been following along. So yeah, if you're new to the channel and you're following these videos, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy it. Yeah, that's about it. So what happened in the last episode? We saw a lot of Tim actually. We saw how he went to the army, quit the army, and then decided to become an activist, which sort of suits him just because of his personality, the way he is. He's very passionate about things. So it made sense. But that got him into trouble with the police, and then Hawk tried to help him, but in the end he decided to turn himself in, which was not a smart move. But the thing is, Tim never makes smart moves. He always makes emotional ones, and even though it's like I admire him because of that, it never ends well for himself. Then we got to see a little bit about Hawk's family and the impact of his lying and his hiding that he had on his family. That was just really sad to see, because we saw it in Jackson, how he felt like his dad didn't love him, and we saw it in the wife as well, who felt like wasn't attractive and who started looking at other men, just looking for that attention that she couldn't get from Hawk. And also, yeah, we actually found out that she already knew about Tim back when he quit the army, came back to see Hawk, left him a letter, but then Hawk never got it because Lucy opened it, read it, and burnt it. Which makes sense. I don't blame her. Like, the thing is, she's a victim in this scenario of Hawk's lies, and it's just, honestly, Lucy is an angel and she deserves better. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, let's start this episode. This is episode 7 of Fellow Travelers.
In the past, I held two truths: my love for you and my love for God. One was real.
Yeah, that's something I forgot about the previous episode. Like, we got to see a little bit clearer how Tim feels about his religion. Like, the issues that he had before had gone stronger and more toxic with his faith and his sexuality. He feels like so disgusted by himself whenever he feels the urges to act upon it. And I feel like that's so sad to see. I'm gonna miss this intro. 1978, in the late 70s now.
Both Mayor Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk have been shot.
Who are they?
The Supervisor Dan White.
The jury in the trial of former Supervisor Dan White enters their third day of deliberation.
The only thing about Frankie, he does not age. He's a vampire.
From depression, aggravated by the consumption of sugary drinks and snacks like Twinkies.
Would they let me kill someone because I ate too much sugar? Tim.
Oh, that's Tim! No. I don't know what it is, but he doesn't look like Tim anymore.
I need you here.
He's been through a tragedy.
Well, the tragedy is you.
Like you hold on to Marcus?
At least Marcus and I sleep in the same bed most of the time.
Hello? Someone named Tim Laughlin?
Oh gosh.
Tell him Hawk isn't here. He asked for you.
So they did need, like, not have a relationship, but like they did knew of each other.
Yes.
I'm sorry for your loss. I sent a card.
We got it. Thank you.
Hold on, did Jackson die?
And thanks for the call.
Hawk's been in touch. He calls late at night when he's been drinking.
Because I remember back in episode 4, I just finished editing that one.
Stop playing the compassionate nurse. It doesn't suit you.
I certainly know what it's like to lose someone.
That was a stupid thing to say. You suffered a tremendous loss.
Team felt sorry for Hawk because he lost a child. So I'm guessing this is a child.
2 months ago, I gave Hawk an ultimatum. He left.
I don't even know where he is. I can't worry about Hawk.
I have a pregnant daughter.
I think he's in trouble. I want to see him.
Are you asking for my permission?
Maybe.
He is in trouble.
I feel like they're leaving us a puzzle here, like between all of these time jumps, just to find out what actually happened. Oh my god, it's somewhat...
Should I take my shoes off?
I didn't know there was someone down there.
Come on in.
Is Hawk here?
He'll be down in a minute. You don't look like a priest. You look more like a lesbian lumberjack.
Not a priest.
Pay no attention to these hyenas, they don't bite. Hi, Skippy.
Oh. Hi. I love the way he says,
How long has it been since you two have seen each other?
A few years.
11.
11 years. That's a big gap. What happened? Did he actually go to jail?
I'm so gay. Hawk hates the G word.
I prefer homosexual.
Why?
It's more accurate. For me, at least. Homo from the Latin for man, which I am, and sexual, which I am as well.
Makes sense.
Homosexual is a clinical term. It implies we're suffering from an illness that needs to be cured. I have clients who have been sent to psych wards given electroshock therapy. At least we chose the word gay for ourselves.
I'll be right back, excuse me.
He needs to see a doctor.
Hawk, let me...
Fine.
Gastritis from alcohol.
Does he ever talk about Jackson?
Hawk doesn't talk about his family.
Jackson died about 6 months ago.
I knew it was Jackson.
Heroin overdose. You didn't know.
Of course I knew.
That's so sad.
A lot of journalists and pundits claim to be objective.
Oh wow, he's a teacher!
All this attention given to Dan White is total hypocrisy, given the fact that Black folks are killed every day.
But are you reporting on that objectively or giving us a truth?
Truthfully, Dan White is a murderer and a coward. Harvey deserved better.
Dan White was a Vietnam vet. Imagine serving your country as a soldier and watching your hometown get taken over by hippies and queers.
That's where we'll leave it off. Have a great weekend.
I hate people like that. And the thing is, there's still a lot of them
Can I talk to you?
everywhere.
You've been missing classes. Everything okay at home?
Why didn't you say anything just now? You're middle-aged, unmarried, in San Francisco?
I'm sorry. Hey, you didn't answer my question. Curious because you're still wearing the same clothes you wore on Wednesday, and frankly, you smell.
Oh, he's the guy that is living in the same flat, right? Like in the present. I think he feels very guilty because at the end of the day, I think he's somewhat responsible for what happened to Jackson just because of, I think he neglected his family a little bit just by choosing his lifestyle, and he knows it.
Who's Tim Laughlin?
A friend of your father.
You've been quiet ever since he called. A long time ago, Jackson mentioned a man.
I don't remember.
Jackson called him Dad's special friend.
Your father has a lot of friends.
I really feel bad for Lucy.
If you want to know about your father's relationship with
Ask
Mr.
him.
Laughlin, you'll have to ask him about it.
Fair enough. By creating this family with lies, he just became a toxic parent.
I'm really glad you're here.
You insisted.
And while you're here, I have a little business proposition for you.
Oh God.
What kind of business?
I'll tell you tonight. I'll race you.
Well, I warn you, I do aerobics.
Oh wow, he's actually fast. He's a smoker, so I think in other circumstances I would find this cuter than it actually is. But I feel like it's so messed up. What the hell? What is this place? Hawk is just so lost.
Where are you? Because you're not here.
Because of the boy.
I'm worried about one of my students. He was called out today for admiring your pal Harvey. I let it happen, and I feel like shit, and that's why my dick can't get hard for you right now, okay? And I think he's homeless on top of it.
Well, why didn't you help him?
To keep my job.
I added 4 more names to our suicide watch list because of all of this Dan White bullshit.
2 white men get shot and the whole world stops.
Excuse me.
What do you want from me? Let me know when you have an answer.
When I got out of prison after a year and a half, I followed
Oh, a
Frankie
year and a half.
Marcus to San
Okay.
Francisco, got my counseling degree, and decided to live a completely honest life, out of the closet, even to my family.
Oh, wow. Well done, Tim.
Did they call in an exorcist?
I'm sure my mother prays every day for my eternal soul.
Oh, same.
But I'm happy.
I'm really happy for
More or
Tim.
less. What about you?
I'm getting by.
Yeah.
Hawk, how's your family?
I'm no good for them. I ruined Kimberly's baby shower. I was drunk and I knocked over the goddamn gift table.
But then
When
the
she
solution is
looked at
not
me-
just to leave. Is it easier for you to leave than say sorry? I mean, again, that's Hawk for you.
I was always your hero. Skippy, we missed so much. We don't have to keep missing it.
He's still the same person at the end of the day. Unless he came out.
I'm seeing someone.
Oh, is he?
Okay.
His name's Arthur.
Arthur.
What does Arthur do?
Don't laugh. Promise?
It's a clown.
He's a poet.
A poet. Okay.
What is this business you want to talk about?
I don't trust him.
What do you want?
It's about this house. I want to put the deed in your name.
You can't just give me your house.
Why not? I doubt you have assets, so someday this house will be yours.
Are you planning to kill yourself?
No.
That's what.
Don't be so dramatic. I
You
want to
have
give
a
you
family.
something.
Oh my God, you want to hide this house from them? Because it's on Gay Fire Island. Oh my God. And when are we going to talk about Jackson?
No, you don't. You don't. You are nothing but judgment. Saint Tim the fucking holy.
Where are you going now, the meat rack?
I'm sure you don't want to come, considering what a fucking self-righteous board you've turned into.
I think Hawk could come out now. At this point, he's just rooted because he grew up with a lot of pride. He has a lot of stuff unresolved. Now his son died, so obviously he's not going to do that anytime soon. And again, he's still like within politics. That's his job. So I get it, but I feel like if he pushed himself a little bit more and he freed himself, maybe he could be saved from himself, really. Jackson.
Is this him?
What are you doing?
You didn't know about him, did you?
Of course not. Hawk would never tell him.
The son, was he like Hawk?
The drugs you give Hawk, you know you could kill him.
I control the supply so he doesn't overdo it. I try to take care of him. I do the best I can. What are you doing, asshole?
Oh, shut up. Please go, Tim. But he's not. He's not going to give up on Hawk. I hope this is not the reason he gets AIDS, because I'm going to be so angry at Hawk.
Hey, Skip.
Oh my gosh. No, Tim!
Skippy.
I'm telling you, Hawk is the devil. But I mean, like, I also have to understand that Tim is his own person. Like, he makes his own choices, and this is what he chose. And it's always the same pattern. He always chooses Hawk. But maybe he's hoping he can save Hawk. Look at them dance. I really don't like this guy. Oh. She's gonna find out. I mean, he hid it quite well if the daughter couldn't find out in like so many. I don't know how old she is, but the letter that
Mr. Laughlin is in
Tim
New York.
sent them. This is not Tim. What's happening?
This verdict is a travesty. Dan White was convicted of manslaughter. I saw what Dan White's bullets did. It wasn't manslaughter. It was murder. Out of the bars and into the streets. Out of the bars and into the streets.
There are cops all over the place. This could get ugly.
Yeah, let it get ugly.
Open your eyes. This fight is for whites. If you go out there half-cocked, who do you think they're gonna swing at first?
I have news for you. You are a big chocolate gay man. Everyone is meeting up at the Elephant Walk later. If you can find your balls by then.
They're not worth it.
I really like Frankie. Again, him and Tim remind me he reminds me of Tim, and he reminds me of Hulk a little bit. Like they have like those parallel personalities. He needs to leave.
Skippy, you left me in the plow. Craig says you went home with someone. That's a lie.
I mean, I guess I made a mistake.
Hey.
Gosh. I really don't like Hulk now.
Where are you going? Skippy, do this for me.
Why? I don't like Hulk.
Skippy.
Oh, come on, I just need you.
Stay with me.
Get inside.
I find it so sad. I find it interesting how I'm getting so sad at a scene like this. This is actually so messed up.
What?
What did you do?
I wanted to know you. I wanted to see him.
I will fucking kill you!
He's not well.
Look at this.
Little boy.
He needs help. Now, I actually feel bad for Hulk as well. He just haven't had time to grieve properly. Like, he needs to.
Skip
He needs to
My
take time.
boy's dead.
Okay.
Oh God. Skippy, my boy's dead. Let me die.
No, Hawk. I can't do that. I can't.
Okay. That was. Oh, that was hard to watch. You know what? We all need a team in our lives. That's crazy. But the thing is, without things like this, people never listen. There's no change.
Get down with Castro! Kids, Trick, I just got killed, come on!
Where's Frankie?
Got separated at City Hall.
What's going on with you? Living in the street?
I didn't think I get my ass whooped at home. I just told him.
Oh,
Okay.
that's why he got kicked
Said it
out.
right to my father's face. You know, if my mom hadn't stood between us, I think it would have killed me.
Again, I feel like that's all rooted through toxic masculinity and just them hoping that you are this macho ideal.
I wanted to tell my dad before he died, but I couldn't.
Man, your generation, you're afraid to tell the truth. I can't live like that.
I wanted to love the man for 20 years and live with the consequences. Do you have any idea how much fucking courage that takes?
Why are they doing that? Wait. I mean, I know, but they went into the bar, like they weren't doing anything outside. They weren't protesting with the other people. So why did they have to? Again, these things make me so angry. I just don't get it.
There are things about your father I don't understand. So I did what women of my generation were taught to do.
That's so sad.
I closed my eyes to things I didn't want to see.
No one should do that. It's not even that. No one should feel like they have to do that.
If the baby's a boy, I'd like to name him Jack. I think that would be lovely.
We tried everything to get him clean. There were times we thought we found the right thing, you know. He'd stay clean, and then he'd disappear again. But he wouldn't touch alcohol.
Because that's what he did.
Because that's what I did. And the thing he wanted most was not to be me.
You don't know why people become addicts.
He knew. He always knew I was lying.
Okay, you lied. But you didn't lie about everything. Did you love him?
So much.
And that love was real. Hawk, you have to stop trying to kill yourself. Your family needs you.
Don't you need me, Skippy?
I don't think he does.
I have you.
At the end of the day, Hawk has a family. He has a family and he has a responsibility.
Dirty cops took off their badges, came to break heads. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Well, now they know. We're not gonna lie down and take it.
You're beautiful.
Wow! Oh, I'm so proud of him. But yeah, without people like them, we wouldn't know today as we know it.
Angry gays attacking City Hall and setting police cars on fire. Police getting revenge on a Castro bar.
Okay, I get why.
We think we've won our freedom, and you realize that to many people in this country, our lives are worthless.
The thing is that still happens today. By that, I mean the mentality still hasn't changed that much.
I think Hawk's gonna do better. Maybe I shouldn't care so much.
There will be people that will say, you must get over him.
Me, one of them.
And they will be right. But it
Right.
will also be the stupidest thing anyone ever says to you.
No, get over him.
It's just a little more to pick me up.
Right.
Where are you going? It meant nothing to you. What is wrong with
This is not about you.
Why can I not stop believing anything you say? If you want to die, go on. Die. Your wife and your daughter have already buried a son and a brother, and they're gonna have to bury
Go,
you.
Tim.
But you don't care because you're so
Go, Skippy,
selfish. I'm done with you. I'm free.
That's it. Like, Hawk, you need to wake up. He's a sad, sad man. But like, I'm still sort of rooting for him. I'm like, Hawk, you can do better. Do better. Be a better person. Oof. This has been an emotional episode.
Hello? Daddy, I miss you.
I'm coming home.
We have a lot to talk
Is he
about.
gonna tell her? I mean, she already
I know.
knows, but it would be good for him to finally tell the truth.
I'm afraid Tim has had another seizure.
Oh my God, I can't take this anymore.
It was severe, but they were able to pull him out of it.
Okay. Oh my God. That was, what an episode. That was so emotional. That made me, I was emotional throughout the whole episode. And I was just like, okay, I need to keep it cool. But like, it got me angry, it got me sad, it got me crying. It's just so sad to see what Hawk, you know what? I kept saying that, oh, Hawk is such a bad person, like, oh, Tim shouldn't do this and that for Hawk. But like, you know what? Hawk made his mistakes and he deserves happiness as well. He deserves to forgive himself. We cannot judge him for the choices that he made because in a way, society forced him to make those choices. I know they weren't the best choices, but he felt like he had to make them. And yeah, I blame society for the way he turned out to be. Obviously, like, not everyone did. Like, you see two opposites. You see someone who is under the same circumstances but like chooses to have a different lifestyle, like Tim. And then Hawkeye kept digging and digging and digging, and then now the hole is so deep that he feels like he can't get out of it. Like he had a family. He created a whole fake life with Lucy, because I'm saying fake because at the end of the day he's not being the person that he truly is. So that does something to someone. I mean, that does something to everybody actually. Like you can see everybody around him has suffered the consequences of his mistakes, his choice to lie. He is a liar through and through, and Jackson paid the biggest price here with his life. And even though a part of me wants to blame Hawk for what happened, because if you objectively look at it, the life that Hawk lived caused this. But yeah, I really want to excuse him somehow, but I just can't. Like, I want to say like, oh yeah, like what I said before, society did this to him, but he also did this to himself. So it's a tricky one. But I couldn't help but feel bad for him at when he was just crying, and he was finally grieving because he started doing all of these things. He started taking drugs, he started hooking up with these people. He went to Fire Island just as a distraction, just to get away from his real problems, get away from like facing what truly was happening in his life. He lost a son, and he didn't, instead of grieving with his family, he decided to just leave. Like, who does that? And obviously I understand the reasons why he did it, but it's just so sad that someone has to get to that point. So yeah, and I felt like throughout the whole episode, the reason why I kept saying like, Tim, leave, is because he doesn't deserve that. And we all know how he is in the present and like what happened to him. And I keep blaming Hawk for it because I think he was just a bad influence for Tim, and like Tim felt so hard for him that he's just following his I don't want to say following his footsteps, but like Hawk is just a bad influence, and I just feel like Tim just needs to get away from him. So yeah, and I just got a bit upset when Tim started taking drugs and started doing the things that Hawk was doing. I know he wanted to be there for him, but I just felt like that was the worst way, like, to help someone. You don't fight fire with fire, because it's not gonna help anyone. And I feel like he was just enabling everything that he was doing, and that's not good as well. Anyway, so much happened again, like the history part of it. Like, obviously, like I kept saying I don't understand, but I understand what was going on with the protests and like the way the police reacted. Like that still happens sometimes with protests, so it's nothing new. But it's just sad to see how like they were fighting these people that they weren't doing any harm to anyone. They were just living their own lives, and like you choose just to beat them up for being who they are. And I just don't think that's fair. This episode sort of broke me, and I have a feeling the next one is gonna kill me. Well, that was episode 7. I feel like, in my opinion, that was the best one so far. Until I see the next one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, same thing as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.